Hey guys, welcome back to Grounded Roots Healing. My name is Jason. I'm an alchemist as well as other things, and I can't sleep. So I was laying in bed and, well, I've been trying to come up with a video idea all day, and it wasn't coming, nothing. I was getting little bits and pieces of things to talk about, but nothing that was really. It felt like I need to turn a camera on, let's put it that way. And of course, as I'm laying in bed, as it approaches 2 o'clock, well, no, 2:30 in the morning, I just get this urge to get up and turn the camera on. So I'm not sure what this is, but there's definitely a message here, and I'm starting to understand that I'm in way less control over this than I thought I was. So my last video did quite well. It's my second best ever long form video, and I think my best at garnering new subscribers. So welcome to all of you. I now have 418 Soul Tribe members. So I'm starting to see how this is going to play out. I believe that's what is happening. I'm gathering my soul tribe. And I know there have been many other people that I follow on YouTube, like 144 from the Stars, Isabel Katerina, Brianna Mars. They all have bigger channels than myself, and I resonate with their material as well as many others. And what those people are doing is gathering people that resonate with their particular style of describing what's happening, what resonates most with their soul tribes. They are genuinely being themselves, putting themselves on the internet, and gathering like-minded individuals. And it's happening in groups strategically placed all around the world. Uncoincidentally. Now, this is in the early stages. Many of us have small channels that are quickly growing. Some of us have bigger channels, and I believe we will reach a critical mass where we can network all of these groups together, if we haven't already started doing that. Because as I build a group around myself, I find myself drawn to other people's material, which means I resonate with the way they speak and the way they describe things. So I'm part of that soul tribe, which means I'm connected to it. And then as we do this, we create a network. Very much like how I describe the energy centers on the planet. We'll create a grid and be activated and create a bubble of high vibrational energy around the entire planet. Well, as people, entities, vessels for light, you can consider us like mobile energy centers. Very much like that. And as we network together and we start to grow in volume, we can direct our conscious attention to where we feel it should be directed. Or, as is always the case, how we're directed to direct that energy. Which means we become extremely powerful, and we become conscious creators of our own reality. So, thank you for all the new people who've showed up and are watching, and I really do appreciate all the comments. I've made new friends. Some people have even emailed me, and they're not as far away as I as I thought they would be, which means maybe at some point in the future we can actually get together in the physical realm. You know who you are. And, there's many of us that are really resonating with the way I describe this. Maybe it's not, I'm not sure how many of you are, but I know there are some that comment and have contacted me and say that, my particular style is what you resonate the most with. So I really appreciate you, and I am trying to show my genuine self on this internet. So as we build this tribe of individuals, each one of you, like I've said in my last video, is a critical piece to this whole puzzle. And this is at the very early stages. It's growing fast, but you are a world leader. There's no way around it. I've had 418 people that have managed to garner in to watch me, and I've been doing this for well over a year. In fact, I've had my awakening for over 10 years. But the sort of fast-paced growth has been 14 months or something. And I've really sought out people like myself. I've tried to find people in the area, and they're very difficult to find. There just aren't many of us. The number's growing, but you are rare, extremely. So you have to understand that you're not crazy, first of all, and you're not better than anyone else. So that goes back to the spiritual ego part. But you are as critical as any part to this entire puzzle. We cannot do this without you. Whichever family group or community or hospital or school or province, state or country or world, you are going to be responsible for helping to heal and change and implement new ideas. They cannot do this without you. You are awakening first in order to hold the light, so they know where to go. You're a way shower. It's not to be intimidating for you. That's not my intention. My intention is to make you understand that you may have had a very difficult life. You may have had a lot of trouble making connections in the past, and that is going to change. You're absolutely needed. So to that point, I had a little bit of a change in, this is how it goes. I had a breakthrough. I feel as though my masculine and feminine sides have been integrated much more wholly than they were before. The connection's growing stronger. My confidence is growing, and I'm able to express myself more genuinely on camera than I was before, and that is why I believe my subscriber count has been growing. And to that point, I've been trying to, isn't that the point? I've been trying to find a way to, this is so ridiculous now that I look at it, but try to find a job in the spiritual field where I can help people. The entire time I've been making these videos, and I know I've been helping people, but you can't see the forest for the trees when you're in it. And that is going to continue to grow. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a financially viable system, which is fine. I've had thoughts of starting a Patreon and, you know, asking for help, because that is something that I've had a lot of trouble doing in the past. And I may do that because we do need money to live. And I know a lot of you would actually enjoy helping me, and I should be able to receive that with grace. So I've been looking at that, and I may set that up soon, and I will tell you if I do this. You know, I'm not sure what more I can provide for that, but it would be a way to give me a boost to keep making these videos and buy equipment, this kind of thing. But to that point, like I said, I do need to make a living. So recently, as I feel that I've finally healed myself enough, as the universe does, out of the blue, someone messaged me about a job. Now, this is back in my old style of work. Out of the blue, which got me thinking, could I actually go back to that? You know, part of me feels like that would be a failure. But the part of me that knows better knows that nothing happens by accident. Everything happens for a reason. So I got that message out of the blue, which prompted me to think about contacting someone else who I always enjoyed working for, and they have treated me the best of anyone that I have worked for in the past. So then Amanda and I sat with this, and it did not feel like the wrong choice. Now, on the outside, this could be considered a failure. You're quitting on this. Well, I'm not. What I'm trying to do is pay the bills and keep making these videos. And if I don't make some money, I won't be able to. So I know it's the right choice because it doesn't fill me with dread. It doesn't make me feel like a failure. It's kind of encouraging. And if it's a positive feeling that you're getting from it, then you know that's your intuition telling you it's the right thing to do. So I haven't made my mind to do this yet, but I am definitely thinking about it. And I don't feel any dread, like I said. So now this goes back to the Taoist parable that I like to quote from time to time, and I have quoted it mistakenly before, but I will do it correctly today. So how it goes, I believe it was a Chinese farmer. One day his horse runs away, and all of his neighbors come to him, and they express how terrible that is, that his horse ran away. And he said, "We'll see." The next day, the horse came back with a bunch of wild horses in tow. And all the neighbors came and said, "How isn't that wonderful? Now you have more horses. You're so blessed." And the farmer said, "We'll see." And then his son was trying to break one of the new wild horses and fell off and broke his leg. And the neighbors again came and said, "How terrible is this?" And the farmer said, "We'll see." And finally, when the army came through to conscript all the men of fighting age, when they got to the farmer's son, he had a broken leg and he couldn't be conscripted. And how wonderful that was. And all of his neighbors came to tell him how lucky he was, and he said, "We'll see." So I think the point here, well, I know what the point of that story is, and it has been my experience through my entire life, career, in every way possible, is that you don't know what the universe has in store for you, and what may seem like a failure or a setback is never that. It's always setting you in a new direction. There may be someone I need to meet in this career choice. There may be a airport trip where I run into someone that I would never have expected, and it leads to something new. This is how the universe works. This is what faith is. It on the outside may look like a failure, but when the dust settles and you look back on it, you'll see what the real reason for this was. So I'm trusting that the universe has my best interest at heart, and that this is the right choice because my intuition tells me it is, and we move forward from there. So I can feel, well, the energies have been kind of crazy lately, and I'm sure that many of you who are watching this are having certain things come online. So I thought I would let you know what happened to me, so that you could feel maybe not crazy, because there's a lot of things that are happening right now to a lot of us that traditionally would have garnered some questions from our family, and maybe you don't have anyone to talk to. So here's what happened to me. 2 nights ago, I laid down to go to sleep, and I had the most vibrant aurora borealis of lights going on in my inner vision. Now, I wasn't asleep. I wasn't even in full theta. So when your body's asleep, but you're still kind of in it, and you can hear things and feel things, but your body, maybe you even wake yourself up snoring. This state, I wasn't even there. I felt like I was completely lucid in the body. But when I closed my eyes, I was seeing strange lettering, almost like ticker tates going off in different directions. They weren't anything that I could read. It was code, as far as I could tell. And then I started seeing flashes of various faces in my inner vision coming out of this background of purple, blue, violet light. And they would just flash for a moment. I would get a good image of what it was. Some of them were human. Many of them were not human. And then I saw, well, the strangest thing of all, which looked like a fingerprint from a thumb. And it was gigantic in my inner vision. There was no thumb, just the fingerprint itself. Swirls, the entire swirl, coming towards me, and it almost like it pressed on my forehead. And then it stopped and I fell asleep. So, if anything strange like that is happening to you, you're not alone. I'm here with you, and this is just the beginning. So, brace yourself. And I think I'll leave it there. Like I always say, I hope this video finds you well. I love you all, and we'll see you soon.